Recently, the curious world of the internet has been taken away by fierce debate, subject to a great controversy. The question is this: who would win in a deathmatch between one single gorilla and 100 humans? Let's dive in. The gorilla. The silverback gorilla is one massive monstrosity. It can weigh up to 400 pounds. It has extremely large muscular arms that put every single human biceps to shame. One high five from it and you're gone. The oversized ape on steroids has a bite force of 1300 pounds per square. You know that someone bites hard when their jaw is more powerful than that of a lion or even that of a bear. The animal in fact has the 7th strongest jaw in the world. One bite from it would cause your soul to vacate your body expeditiously. The gorilla lives in a harsh environment that requires immense strength to survive in it, and not being someone else's dinner. They regularly attract the merciless and unappealing attention of leopards that love nothing more than throwing them on the family grill, so to speak. Another environmental factor that requires the gorilla to be excellent at folding people for a living. You see, they live within a rigid hierarchy system. The strongest of them all, the alpha male, is of some sort the CEO of the pack. It will have prime access to the best food in the family and also prime access to the baddest females in the clan. Considering that the other males also want prime access to the best food in the family and the baddest females in the clan, they will be constantly eyeing for the alpha's position. The alpha in question, as a consequence, has to fight back regularly and ends up being an outrageously capable fighter. The silverback has 10 times more testosterone than an adult human, and its body is packed with fast-twitched muscle fibers, which allows it to deliver explosive force, but in short duration. One of the most remarkable feats of strength includes the ability to swing its heavy body from tree branches. If that doesn't seem like a hell of a lot, please do feel free to tie a vending machine on your back, swing from tree to tree, and let me know how it goes, please. The massive, burly son of a beast is so strong, in fact, that it can lift weights that are 9 times its own body weight. Next, the opponent, the human being, a bipedal creature with the bite force of a kitty cat, outstandingly low strength compared to nearly all animals its size, and devoid of a naturally thick layer of fat and fur providing decent protection against external threats like the cold and, well, a gorilla punch. Against all odds, the frail mammal managed to gain control over an entire planet along with it all other animals. In terms of physical strength, they have pathetic standards compared to those of the wild animal kingdom. They make up for it by developing the most optimal brain in their ecosystem. What's more, human beings tend to be self-centered and would go the extra mile to prove themselves. This goes so far, in fact, that they are capable of putting their lives on the line to reach their goal, which is why you will find some of them climbing the highest mountains above sea level. As an adult, the humans' need for self-actualization grows even more, and they will find ways to drastically increase their physical strength and stamina, falsely claiming that they wish to remain healthier when really attempting to look substantially more attractive. Weightlifting, calisthenics, biking, running, fighting, climbing, just to name a few, will allow their strength to go beyond the norms, but will still be way below that of most animals. The question is this: what allowed human beings to become the most dominant life form on the planet? Well, it is due to 2 distinct abilities unlocked by an efficient brain. First one is the ability to cooperate on an unbelievably large scale. Other animals like the honeybee cooperate more efficiently than humans, but their cooperation scale is limited to members of the comm. Humans, in contrast, can cooperate in millions and even billions. There is virtually no limitation to the size of the cooperative body. A country, for instance, is a cooperative unit, really. Some members build roads, others arrest criminal offenders, others farm, others pay taxes, others manage taxes, so on and so forth. 2 humans can cooperate efficiently all their lives without meeting once or even being on the same continent. This is how good we are at it. The second ability is to switch quickly the way they cooperate when needed. They can be very perceptive to danger and adapt rapidly in order to survive and thrive. When needed, they foment historical events like the French Revolution or the Nubian Revolt in ways that is tailor-made to the problem they wish to solve. Those abilities are important because they are useful during a face-off against one silverback gorilla. Now that we went through the distinctive capabilities of both opponents, let's go back to the initial question: who would win between one gorilla and 100 human beings? Well, there are factors to take into consideration. A group of humans can vary greatly based on the degree of preparation allocated in the project, the physical fitness, and above all, by far, the ability to sacrifice a ton of members. It is my opinion that if the human group is fully ready to do what it takes to win, then it might win. This for a few simple reasons. In terms of strength, the gorilla flatlines everyone without breaking a sweat or shedding a tear. But this confrontation is not only a test of strength, but also a test of stamina. Surprisingly, the human being is among the most physically endurant life forms on the planet, even more so than horses. They have an efficient thermoregulation allowed by millions of sweating glands, allowing an optimal cooling system. This is the reason why professional boxers or cyclists can go at it for hours. The gorilla, on the other hand, doesn't have a body built for aerobic effectiveness. In fact, it can fight intensely for up to 2 minutes, after which it would reach near exhaustion. In the event that a few members of the human group are willing to be dispatched for certain death, really like a piece in a chessboard, they could be sent out in small batches of 5, for instance. Their only role, again, like a piece on a chessboard, would be to die, and by doing so they would exhaust the gorilla's stamina. As stated before, the gorilla live in a hierarchical society. When another gorilla wishes to challenge the alpha, it will provoke by showing its teeth and puffing its chest, which will trigger the alpha's attack mode. The first batch of humans just has to smile in order to elicit a killing instinct. The silverback doesn't have the planning abilities of a human, and as a consequence it will not save its strength. It will come with all it has and ferociously pounce the humans, when really a half-baked punch would do the job. A large group, by all intent and purposes, can be a stampede. In a vast gathering like a concert, some people in very unfortunate events can lose their lives just by stumbling, after which the crowd can flatten them for an extended period without even trying, a combined pressure by pure accident. Once the gorilla gets out of breath and is barely able to make movements, the large swath of humans can attempt to come at the beast and attempt to suffocate it. A large contingent of 70, for instance, has the ability to generate a minor stampede that can put an exhausted gorilla on its back, and from that point start the slow and long suffocation. If a group of humans is willing to cooperate in that manner, then it might win. But the truth is that this requires a type of temper and dedication that is nearly impossible to find. Because after all, who in their right mind would willingly go at a silverback gorilla with restored stamina when they fully know that their only contribution is to die? Most likely members of the group will panic, pass out, throw up, run away, or all of the above. An unimpressive show of disorganization that will allow the gorilla to tear them apart one by one. Objectively, an unharmed and organized group of 100 Macedonians under the leadership of Alexander the Great, for instance, might take down the gorilla. 100 Shido nourished run-of-the-mill young adult, not so much of a shot. But again, if, and only if, the 100 humans are strategically prepared, willing to sacrifice, physically fit, without an ounce of insubordination within the ranks, then yes, they would win.